Hey there, Wondering Watchers. I'm Sony Golden for The Vibe is Golden. Welcome to the special titillating edition of Tabloid Tarot, which unveils celebrity secrets in love, dating, and super coupling that are bound to hit the tabloids and old scandals that still cause a stir. In today's titillating tabloid tarot, we're taking a peek at the rumored drama between the starlet of Don't Worry Darling and its director. We are tossing Florence Pugh's relationship with Olivia Wilde into the spotlight to be tabloid tarot. So let's see what sensational headline we have for Miss Flo and Olivia. Transformation, isolation, strings, Cerberus duty, and this trap card. It also says victim, allure, and trick. So here, I think this strings and this trap card seems very interesting. It could be that someone was pulling the strings, someone was feeling trapped in the situation during the filming. With this duty card here, it seems like basically a sense of like obligation, possibly under contract. It would seem that since Olivia was directing the film, that she was the one pulling the strings in the relationship. So you have isolation and transformation. So it could be that there was a period of time. Oh, I think it's really interesting how there's this isolation that's a single dot, and right in the this butterfly right in the middle is this dot as well. So it could be that, during the filming, there was a sense of kind of some type of tension, where there was maybe they were kind of separate from each other, but it led to some type of transformation. Perhaps there was some type of conflict that had to do with just not having certain freedoms and having to abide by, I don't know, like filming schedules. But we'll kind of see what transformed. Maybe, they learned to have some respect of each other. But we'll see the titillating tidbits of this not so love story. I'm actually not using the Pulp Tarot for this reading. I am using the Housewives Tarot, which seems appropriate for a movie centered around 1950s, 1960s housewives. So let's take a look at Miss Flo's current attitude towards Olivia. Ten of Swords. Okay, kind of overdone with. Maybe she did feel isolated. Maybe those strings pulled a little bit too tightly. And it's kind of like she maybe feels that she kind of sabotaged herself, or maybe the communications that she had with Olivia kind of stabbed her in the back. But she's kind of done. So let's see about Olivia's current attitude towards Miss Flo. The star. Well, that's very appropriate because she is the star of the movie. So it really, whatever it is that Olivia truly feels about Florence, it's as if she has to keep like praising her, because she will always, both of them will always have their names tied to that movie. But Olivia is trying to really make a name for herself as not only just an actress, but as a filmmaker, a director. And so really she has to praise Flo, and to some degree it could be that she didn't do anything wrong, so that's why she still kind of treats her as this star. So let's see the strongest aspect of their connection. We have here the King of Swords. So that is making me think like it was a business decision. It's contractual. It's something that needed to be done. Somebody's manager, somebody's agent they sign documents, whatever it is. But what connects them is that business transaction. So What did not work for Miss Flo about their connection? We have this justice card here. So it could be a sense of like fairness. She didn't feel like things were um, being appropriately addressed, perhaps. You see, there's this like mother with this wooden spoon, like spanking this child, or that's kind of the appearance of it. So it's almost as if she didn't, it's making me wonder if she noticed like the connection between Olivia and Harry Styles, like on the set, and was kind of not really morally cool with what was going on. So that seems that did not work for Florence. Um, so I'm going to clarify that. I'm going to clarify. Well, also, the fact that she was stuck in the contract to make that movie, possibly. So we have the Four of Swords, and that is a card of isolation, wanting to kind of withdraw. So it could be like, whenever Florence tried to kind of be by herself, just do her own thing, take time to do what she needs to prepare and live her life. It could be that Olivia was like, hey, I'm in charge. We're doing this now. You have to do that now. So maybe the way that was approached is something that Florence didn't really like. So let's see what Miss Flo was willing to do to make that connection work. Sun, she was willing to show up, be prepared, be as positive as possible, and really do her thing to be that star, to be the brightest star that she can be. So let's take a look at Olivia in terms of what did not work for her with respect to their connection. We have here the Hierophant. So this is about like being a teacher or a mentor. So it could be the fact that, Olivia was in charge and Miss Flo really didn't maybe respect it the way she thought she should. Or let's go ahead and clarify this Hierophant. We have the Tower here. So it seems that, what didn't work for Olivia is that Olivia was in charge. And, it's almost anytime she tried to give advice or give tips to Florence, it may have just like with this tower, just like not like she fell flat on her face, but with this jello tower, it's as if it's just like really wasn't solid advice, or like the control that she tried to have, being the actress and director, or being an actress and a director. It's as if she was trying to pull those strings, and Miss Flo probably wasn't having it, or the things that she said just really weren't helpful. So let's see what Olivia was willing to do to make that connection work. Six of Pentacles. So this is a card of like give and take. It is a card of kind of like trying to give because you have more to give. So it's almost as if the way she approached that failed view of being like in charge was like, I'm just trying to be helpful. So I'm going to clarify this Six of Pentacles, because even this in this deck, the Six of Pentacles, this kid is dressed like a devil. So here we have the Nine of Swords. That and the grandmother with the knife here, that just looks terrifying. So it's the Six of Pentacles with the devil, with the Nine of Swords, that is like stress, anxiety, fear. Basically what Olivia was willing to do to make it work was kind of more of the same in a different way. But really she didn't know how to deal with the stress of, possibly not necessarily being a director, but being a director when you are trying to look cool, or trying to look like you are in a power position, but also really nice because you have the hots for the leading man, and you want the leading lady to be buddies with you because, you know, you want to look cooler. That's kind of like the vibe I'm getting. So let's see what external factors most impacted how their connection progressed. King of Pentacles, interesting. So it's kind of like the people with the money, men in general, I'm getting a sense of. Uh, this this movie is supposed to be about housewives, but you know, trying to wonder what it is that their husbands actually do for work. And it could be, I'm noticing in this King of Pentacles, this king is like reading the newspaper um, and petting this loyal dog. So it's almost making me wonder if the external factors are, you know, men using the fact that you have a female director having drama with the leading lady, plus there was the romance with the leading man. So it's almost as if the people who are making money off of just the drama around this connection that influenced how it went. You know, this whole spread here just could be one isolated incident. Here we have isolation, and you know, people who are trying to make money, people who, you know, are being sexist, are spinning this story into something bigger. So let's see what the next step is for this connection. Six of Cups. So it seems like at some point in the future, they'll look back on this situation and have a sense of nostalgia. You know, perhaps that's the transformation going on here. So thanks for watching this special titillating edition of Tabloid Tarot. We'll see you next time. Take care.